Hey, it's James Willoughby. Welcome back to another installment of What's Happening in Austin Real Estate. Here we are, week 2 of January. Boy, the year is already flying. We already have good things to tell you about what's going on in the market. Activity has been brisk. Inventory is still low. We're under 9,000 listings. So still a bit of a buyer's market. But when I say low, it's low compared to the 12.5 we had, most of last year, at least in the summertime and into the fall. So we're off to a good start. We're seeing a good amount of activity, and let's look at exactly what happened last week. So new listings versus pending listings. Now, new listings are the blue graph here. So last week we had 680 new listings versus 590 new pendings. Pendings meaning that they signed a contract and it got all the way to escrow, at least the beginning of the transaction. So they put it pending in the computer. And so there's a gap, a little bit of a gap. So we had a little bit more inventory go on the market last week, and not as much got sold, which added into, more inventory. Now, we don't really care about that because here's what we do care about is the absorption rate. So absorption rate is based on our current clip of sales. How long would it take to eliminate all the inventory if no other homes went on the market? So it always starts out super high because this is the holiday, Christmas / New Year's graph. Week 2, we were at about 18 weeks of total inventory. Now we've dropped down to about 15 weeks. And I think that's actually really, really good. So excited about that. Now, if we pull back, you can see that in the spring, and this is last year, 2024, we were under 10 weeks of inventory starting in the end of January, and it kind of lasted all the way through the beginning of April. So if you're a seller, we're actually in as prime of a time as we're going to get in the next 2 months. There will be actually more sales as the year goes on, going into, fully into April, into May, June, and July, those 4 months. But there's also more inventory, which means the absorption rate is a little bit slower. That's why we look at the absorption rate as the overall velocity of what's happening in the market for what's on the market, if that makes any sense. As far as interest rates are concerned, they basically remain unchanged. They had gone up maybe a hair, but they go up and down every single day. We're still under 7%. We expect it to stay, under 7, unless something really good economic news comes out, which it has been actually, and that's what has kept it, close to 7. So we really don't want a recession. We don't want bad economic news. Yet at the same time, the worse the economic news, the better the interest rates. They kind of go hand in hand. But we feel like rates will be good all year. As long as we're below 7 and we're maybe in the mid 6 range, going to have a super healthy market for the Austin market this year. And when you're listening to statistics, be careful about confusing what is happening nationally with what's happened locally. Currently, I'm seeing a lot of news articles, because nationally, the days on market are stretching out. There's more inventory. Sales are slowing down. Well, guess what? Austin already went through all that. In fact, we've been going through that for like nearly 2.5 years now with an adjusted market. So the good news is if you're a buyer or a seller, we're in a healthy market. There's a good selection of homes. They're selling relatively fast, and we'll keep you updated as things happen here at the beginning of the year. Have a great rest of your day and rest of your week. Any questions, give us a holler. We're always here to help. Thanks so much. Have a great day.